Hi there, it's Sam from Leeds Rocks blog, and today I'm going to be talking to Beth, a vinyl collector and a record shop frequenter. She's got some interesting opinions on records and vinyl sales in Leeds.
Yeah.
So, Beth, can you tell me any shops that you frequent?
The main sort of shops I go to are Jumbo Records, Crash Records, Relics Records, and there's one underneath Crash Records. I don't quite know the name of that. There's also HMV and other shops, but that's the main ones I go to.
Okay. So what do you like about each shop?
Each shop kind of has an individual area they specialise in, whether it's second-hand records, which are more older records, and then you've got modern records, which will be on like all nicely pressed vinyl.
Yeah.
But each shop has a different one, and I like how when you go in, they're very passionate about their trade, especially in Jumbo Records. I always I'll pick up a record and I'll spend 10 more minutes talking to Matt until, because he's like, oh, have you listened to these? Have you listened to these? And it's just, they're very knowledgeable on the subject.
So would you say you learn a lot about bands and stuff when you go there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I mainly speak to Matt in Jumbo Records because that's where I normally go. He always has some kind of story he wants to tell me, and oh, he's seen this band recently and they were this band that I and he knows I like, and then you kind of find new bands.
Okay. It's funny that you keep mentioning Jumbo Records, because that's a place that's always been a part of Leeds. It's a big institution in Leeds for music. My dad used to take me when I was younger. He used to go when he was younger and stuff. It's amazing that it's still going just as strong as ever, if not stronger.
Yeah, definitely, because it's an independent store as well, so it's always not going to be as constant as big businesses like Primark and stuff.
Yeah, so you'd say if you were going to go out and buy records, you'd look in the smaller independent shops.
Yeah.
Unlike sort of Urban Outfitters.
Oh, Urban Outfitters are ridiculously expensive. I mean, you can get Nirvana,
Nevermind.
Yeah. My mind had gone totally blank then. You can get that, and you go in Urban Outfitters, it's £38. Not original pressing, nothing fancy about it, because you can get coloured vinyls and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just 180 gram or whatever it is, repressed, so it's not even original.
Yeah.
And then I went to one back in Chester where I got my Nevermind from, and it was original pressing, and he did a deal with me because he's not fixed on the price, and he'll most record companies, not companies, shops will do deals with you as well.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh, do you want this? You can have this poster for free. That's how I got a poster in my room for free.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, oh, you picked up this, do you want this free poster? And it's yeah. But obviously in Urban Outfitters they can't be like, oh, do you want this free thing? Because it's a big company and stuff.
And it's funny with mentioning Urban Outfitters, because they have claimed, in the past, that they're the world's premium seller of vinyl. When in actuality, there's an even bigger company, Amazon, who's technically the biggest seller, and it's just ridiculous. You shouldn't be really going to these places, I feel, for vinyl. You should be definitely going out to the more independent shops and supporting supporting the scene.
Because even if it's on Amazon, it's not always an Amazon company. It could be little sellers selling on Amazon. I've got some for £12 before, because it's an independent seller on Amazon. It's just they've collected this and want to pass it on. So so moving on, what's your favourite vinyl that you've bought from a shop? I have two, and one was bought online and one was bought at a record fair in Leeds.
Okay.
I have little stories for both of them. My first pride and joy was when it was actually a really funny story. I came up to Leeds with my mum because we were going to an applicant day at Leeds Beckett, where I am now, and because I'd been accepted to the course and everything, and then we went and we saw that this records fair was on at the train station, the Queen's Hotel, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we've got a bit of time, should we go in? And we were looking around, blah blah blah, and I had I've had this record in my head for months, which I wanted, which was Joy Division still, so it's a compilation album of stuff. And we looked around for it for ages, and we finally found it. It's original pressing, which is so hard to come by, because also I got my Joy Division tattoo. He was like, I'll give you that for £20, and I was like, £20, that's ridiculous. And he was like, yeah, well, I can tell you're a dedicated fan. So then it became my little baby, my pride and joy. And then recently, I've been searching for it for ages, because I wanted, with the older bands, you kind of want the original pressings just because they sound a bit like they should sound, not like remastered and stuff.
Not altered at all. Just...
Yeah, with all the crackling in and stuff, which is like, I love that sound.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for Black Sabbath Paranoid, and I've been bidding on it like on everywhere, on eBay, and then I found one which was like going for like original price and everything, but they like started the bidding dead low and no one had seen it. And I was bidding, like I was only bidding against this one person, and I got it, and I was like, yes, life is made, kind of moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my two babies.
Okay. So, if you come into Leeds, what are your personal recommendations to check out? Like, what shops would you definitely go to first?
Oh, definitely Jumbo and Crash.
Yeah.
Like, definitely there. Because even if you're looking for older stuff and modern stuff, like, Jumbo has a really good selection of both old and modern. Something I'll say before going record shopping is to always get a list of what you want in your head. Because I go into record shops and I'm like, oh, I don't even know what bands I like anymore, when I'm just stood there like fingering through them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what music I listen to because I don't have a list in my head, and I'm just like, oh, this is awkward.
So would you say like there's any specific shops that sell like different genres as well? Is there any more for like, you know, like dance music, like vinyls for like reggae or anything like that?
I think there used to be, I think it was called Tribe Records, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Which was mainly dance music.
Okay.
But you don't have to just go to a shop. You can, like, there's always record fairs everywhere in Leeds. There's one at Broodno which is really good, and you'll go and there'll be like a stall doing this, and then you'll move to the next stall and they're doing completely different stuff, and it's all really fair priced.
Yeah.
But I think record fairs are the best place to go if you want like very specific genres, because they cover most genres. But I'm not sure.
Okay, so that was something I was actually going to mention about record fairs, but you've cleared that up nicely for me.
Can I say?
So definitely your recommendations are check the independent suppliers and stuff.
Definitely.
Check for record fairs in your area, and just keep being vigilant and diligent on what you want, and make sure you know what you want.
And make sure you have enough money, because it's very awkward when you have to pick between two and you're like, no, I want you both.
Yeah, because you never know, if you go back into that shop, that vinyl's gone then later on.
Like, you never know.
Yeah.
It's happened to me before.
Well, thank you for talking to me today, Beth, about the wonderful world of vinyls, and it's been lovely chatting, and I'll speak to you soon.
Sweet.
Thank you.